You will agree that they are loathsome, but the biggest would be no more than 5 centimeters in length. Imagine then, one with the dimensions I have just described. It was truly an abomination. The tube from the sphere began to retract, yet was still a meter from the ground when suddenly the creature hurried forward to attack this thing which moved. Untrustingly, it stopped again, when from under the building, a veritable swarm of the creatures emerged, spilling one over the other. Just then, a ray of intense blue light beamed from the sphere and swept over the group, reducing it instantly to carbonized dust. A cloud of black smoke hid the entrance to the building from view. My curiosity further aroused, I watched the other screens, but they indicated no problems. The sphere from the river was returning towards us, and the sphere on the hill retracted its tube, moved a little higher and lowered the tube again, along with a second cylinder above the sphere. I had guessed, of course, that the astronauts were collecting samples of soil, water and air. Being in astral body, I couldn't ask Thao any questions. In any case, she seemed quite busy conferring with two of the hostesses. The spheres began climbing towards us and were soon ready to be reabsorbed by our spacecraft. When the operation was complete, Thao and the two astronauts mentioned took their places opposite their respective desks. Instantly, the images we received on the panel and screens changed completely. I understood we were leaving when each one took her place. I observed that all the astronauts had a similar posture in their seats that intrigued me. I later learned that a force field restrained them exactly as a security harness would have restrained a stuntman on Earth. The suns illuminated the planet through a reddish fog. We had left by then, and I assumed we were following the contour of the planet at the same altitude. In fact, we could see a desert-like area passing by, dissected by dry riverbeds that sometimes crossed each other at right angles. It occurred to me they might be canals, or at least had been man-made. The panel revealed images of a town apparently intact, then it disappeared and the screen went blank. The vessel had obviously gained speed in flying over the planet, as the images on the smaller screens, showing a lake or inland sea, flashed by quickly. Suddenly, several exclamations were heard, and we immediately slowed down. The panel was turned on and presented a close-up of the lake. We stopped. We could clearly see a portion of the coast, and, beyond some large rocks by the lake, we could make out cube-like structures which I imagined to be habitations. As soon as we had stopped, the spheres began their operations again, just as they had earlier.